joining me for episode 48 of Vibrant Life. I'm Jessica Parker. I'm a holistic health coach with a master's in health psychology, as well as a fitness instructor. So today we're going to talk about homeopathy and the fact that it is being threatened and what you need to know, where you can get connected, what you can do about it, because everybody can do something about it. And there's power in numbers. This is going to be kind of a shorter episode. I'm actually just finding out about this, which I feel a little embarrassed by because it's my world. However, there are so many different things going on right now in the world that I feel we should be paying attention to and fighting for and taking a strong stand on. That here's another one that, I was focused on other things, but this is very, very concerning to me. So I'm actually going to point you to some different resources and encourage you to get involved, encourage you to learn more, encourage you to tell other people and speak up, because what often happens, I think a lot of us are finding out, is that we don't pay attention, or we hear little rumors about things and then we don't look into it and then we don't say anything, or we're like, doesn't really affect me, not realizing that it actually might, or if it grows, down the line. So even if it's a small threat, it's important to really pay attention and figure out how to get involved and say something. There are so many different issues pertaining to that, and where we haven't been speaking up, and then now it's like, oh crap, it's huge. And there are many different things, as I said. So if you're in Oregon, and this is not just an Oregon thing, but I will say, if you are in Oregon, please find Oregonians for Medical Freedom. You can find their website, you can find them on Facebook, you can find them on Instagram. There are lots of different ways to get involved, big and small. Find them, and then you can figure out what to do here. But then, and that's actually how I found out about this, through their newsletter last night. But homeopathychoice.org, that's where you want to go for specifically this issue. Americans for Homeopathic Choice, or Homeopathy Choice, it's such a good website, so much information, lots of different resources, lots of ways to get involved, even if you're just going to donate or something like that. A great thing to pass on to other people. So let me just, in a nutshell, explain here. So this is actually a threat through the FDA. They have the power to remove homeopathic medicines. I'm going to kind of read here for a minute. So Food and Drug Administration, I'm sure everybody's well aware, they have finalized new guidelines for homeopathic drugs that would give the agency the power to remove properly formulated homeopathic products currently legal under the FDA, or the Food and Drug Cosmetic Act, which governs the FDA. So since the FDA has withdrawn its previous policy, which outlined clear steps for bringing homeopathic medicines to the market, the agency has provided no clear guidance on how manufacturers should comply with the law. And this seems to be kind of typical. Let's just make it confusing, right? And then we're just going to take it away. The results so far have been chaos and a de facto removal of an entire category of homeopathic medicines. There's information on this. You guys can go and you can read specifically any of that kind of stuff. The agency's abrupt moves have thrown manufacturers, practitioners, consumers, and indeed the entire homeopathy community into confusion and uncertainty. So please go look into this, read it, get familiar with what exactly all this means. In my humble opinion, it's just one little step, and then they're going to take another little step. I mean, this is how it always works. And then pretty soon it's gone. If you're familiar with me at all, you know that I practice a holistic approach to health. And my goal is to have optimal health. And that means taking a root cause approach, which when you have symptoms presenting themselves, you have a problem, then you stop and you look at you try to connect the dots. Why is this happening? Versus, oh, I recognize that fire. I have a drug for that. Or I can remove that part of your body that's misbehaving. So that's how mainstream medicine works. And I'm not saying that it is never needed or appropriate. I just don't think it should be the first go-to. And I have worked with so many people who are broken and on many different medications. And it's clear to see, if you hear their entire story and you get all the puzzle pieces out in front of you. Okay, you had this happen, so they put you on this. Well, then you started having these symptoms from that medication, so then they put you on this. Now you have these new medications, and it just is this huge snowball effect. Rather than going back to the beginning and working on that initial issue that was there, that could have been addressed in a lifestyle way, homeopathic approaches. But we all know that people, a small amount of people are making a lot of money on this. And that's where, in my opinion, the control is coming from. So the people making all this money off of the you know what industry, farm, you know what, speaking in code, they are threatened because more and more people are starting to realize, wait a minute, if I change my diet and I work on the stress and I exercise and all the things, then I might actually not need to be on this thing they put me on. If I get the right nutrients, if I get the right micronutrients in my body, if I balance out things like gut health, and I could just go on, then, oh, wait a minute, I'm not going to need to be on that. And then I'm not going to have the other side effects. And that is a huge threat. It's a huge threat because that industry, it controls a lot of things. It controls even our media. And by us stepping away from it at all, they're starting to lose their grip and they're starting to lose money. So I'm just going to keep it short and just really point you guys in those directions and encourage you to go look, go read, go pass it around to other people. What I would like to see, there's so many things I'd rather see the FDA get involved in, like the glyphosate, which is Roundup in our crops, and that, is causing just immeasurable damage and harm to people. I would like to see better regulation on the toxins in our cleaning supplies and the things we put on our body and in our hair and like all the things in our laundry. I mean, it is shocking to me to still go to like a store and go down the aisle and see how many, like, oh my gosh, you have to really try hard to find something that is actually like free of toxins. And a lot of the things that say they are really aren't. What's happening is that they are trying to control this stuff that we don't have all these harmful effects from. And they're not doing anything about the things that, like, quite obviously, there's a lot of research, there's a lot of science showing us that these other things are very, very harmful. What is going on? I don't think most people are surprised. I think that people will be like, I know, it's been happening forever, So we have to speak up. We have to take a stand. We have to say no. I am not going to be controlled by these rich people who are just living off of me being sick or whatever. If you follow me at all, you know that I have had a journey with mercury toxicity, and that's another thing. Why aren't we paying attention? Like, there shouldn't be mercury in amalgams anywhere, ever. It's banned in other countries. It's not safe. I have videos on my experience if you're curious or if you feel like that might be something you're dealing with. But I have taken a holistic approach to what's gone on with me. I've been told I might have MS. And if I were to just listen to all that, they would make a lot of money off of me. I am on 0 medications. I am 46 and I'm on 0 medications. And I feel like that's a little bit rare, which is sad because usually people are like, oh, I have this going on. And they're like, oh, here's some pills, or we're going to remove that part of your body, or, that organ or whatever. That's just like first thing, it's never, hardly ever, let's try these things because they don't make money on it. So that's my soapbox. I'm going to step off of it. Please go look at those things. Please get involved. Please pass this on, and have a great day. You can find me at thatvibrantlife.com, Facebook, thatvibrantlife, Instagram, _vibrantlife.